The Greek epic, track meet. At only 6 a.m., the heat was suffocating. The sun shined so brightly that I had to walk on the bus with my head down. Every step I took was a step closer to the district track meet. Each breath felt heavy as if I were to choke on air. I love to run, but today I felt different. It felt like my first true love was my enemy, my opposition. The knots in my stomach spoke loudly. It felt like screams of horror in my ear. My usual routine is to get on the bus with my headphones blasted. But like I said, today was different. I knew this season had been a breeze. Never any real competition. Well, never any competition worth mentioning, that is. I sat on the bus quietly. No music, no headphones, just drums beating from inside my belly. I've always had the courage to not sweat the small things, but the way my belly overpowered my mind and body, there was no way I was gonna talk myself into calming down. How did I get myself here? I've never lost a race. Never. I proved to the team and to my coaches that I had the strength and endurance of Hercules. There was no way I would be able to back out now. The bus ride grew louder and louder, but all I could hear was my stomach suggesting that I remove myself.
She's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard. She can't take the pain, she can't get scarred.
I felt weak. I knew I was going up against her today. A long-awaited rivalry. We were supposed to run against each other during the beginning of the season, but she got sick and she couldn't make the meet. Although her representation precedes her, she was my Achilles heel. Brittany Whitener, her name. The face that launched 1,000 ships. She is the reason. Not only was she pretty like a rose on a vine, but she has legs of steel and arms made of brick. She was both feminine and masculine at the same time. A Trojan horse. Running against her is like opening a Pandora's box. I've watched her on video in her previous meet. Each race she got faster and her time got quicker. Well, so did I. The 400-meter dash was my baby, meant more to me than life itself. The wind in my hair, the short breaths of hot air, the view of the crowd cheering me on to first place, the sound of the cling of my spikes piercing through the ground. My arms chopped swiftly through the race. It's like having your first kiss. The anxiety, the slight panic, just to score. The bus stopped, the door swung open, and all my teammates ran off to find the space for our equipment. I sat there. I picked up the phone and called my mom. She said these exact words: "Kamari, don't worry about anything else but running. Run until you can't run no more." I needed that. Those few words gave me wisdom and peace within. I made my way off the bus, headphones on, music blasting. There she is. Each step seemed more powerful than the last. I was ready. I was the girl who had shown up to the track meets before, and all it took was hearing the compassion and intensity in my mom's voice. 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash. Our girls looked great out there. With each race, we either won first or second. But now it was my turn to bring it home. Walking to the start line, I noticed there was no Brittany. Did she chicken out? Was she as nervous as I was? Maybe she is afraid that she has met her match. Everyone started doing their warm-ups. By this point, I knew I was in the best position to win. I'm the fastest here and I'm in lane 1. I couldn't have set it up any better myself. But then, I see a faint blue jersey running towards me in the distance. My courageous energy left my body. It was Brittany, looking down upon me as if she could feel fear. I turned my head up only to face her chest. The realization set in. Bananas, strawberries, and oatmeal. That's what I had for breakfast. Not only did I know that, but now so did everyone else. Poor Brittany. I couldn't hold it in. My entire breakfast rumbled in my stomach and ran out of my mouth. This is it, right? It's over. My reign was done. I kept my head down so nobody could see the defeat in my eyes, the melancholy and uncertainty in my stance. I knew I had given up my chance to even race. There was no way Coach was gonna let me continue after I had just regurgitated on the opponent's shoes. This can't be the end of my story, the end of my journey. I needed to race her. I had to. My steps started to pick up wind. I saw my coach and immediately tears came. "You have to let me finish." I repeated this and repeated it again. It was either race or pass out. I gave her the option to choose. There was no way I could back down after I had already embarrassed my team. "You still want to go back out there?" I sat there in those words. I pulled myself together from within. I started to scream, "I can win! Just let me run!" It was as if something grabbed me by my shoulders and pulled me up. It wasn't my mom telling me I could do it this time, nor any nice words from my coach. It was me finally believing in me. I apologized to Brittany, of course. I went back to the starting line and got in my blocks. This time, I knew.
She's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard.
One thing to speak about something aloud, but to feel it in your chest, to feel it burn a hole through your body, that's another. Ready, set, go! I took off, full speed and adrenaline. The wind in my hair, the short breaths of hot air, the view of the crowd cheering me on in the first place, the sound of the clinging of my spikes piercing through the ground, my arms chopping swiftly through the race. Magic. I ran until I couldn't feel my legs anymore. Near the end, I started to slow down. My legs were tired and the heat started to blur my vision. No, this was my Odysseus moment of unrelenting endurance. Dig deep, push, dig deep, push, deeper, deeper. The speed started to pick back up. A little deeper, push. I passed the finish line alone. No one in front of me. I did it. I really did it. I am the fastest in our district for the 400-meter dash. My sweat tastes like the best victory. My stomach, once full of noise, fell silently asleep. She may have been pretty, she may be tall and strong, but faster than me? Not today. I conquered the almighty Brittany Whitener. I shook her hand in good sportsmanship. I showcased the wisdom to continue, the courage to endure the pain of pushing past my limits, the temperance to throw up and not lose my mind, and the justice to still treat her fairly, even after winning. And I did it all on my own merits. I am the champion. I won today.
She's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard.